Good morning and welcome. It is time for another day of education at the Weiner Wellness Virtual Summit and Spring Fling. We're so excited to have you back. We have a great lineup of speakers on the bracket. My name is Tracy Straup. I'm Vice President of Education and Marketing at Nutritional Frontiers, and with me is Jamie Dorley, CEO and owner of Nutritional Frontiers and the Weiner Wellness Center, and the godfather of nutrition, Joe Messino, Facility Director. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Morning Commentary.
Good morning,
Dr. Tracy. Good morning, Joe. How's everyone
Good
doing
morning,
today?
James. Awesome.
I like how
Unbelievable.
They had to split us up today, Joe. It's like
Yeah.
we had to be in different rooms,
No.
different locations. But I just want to thank Tracy for bringing on Dr. Judy Mikovits yesterday.
Woo!
Wow,
That's right.
that was unbelievable.
We got a double dose of her. She did.
I think
her
Joe
thing,
was
and then
starstruck.
she came on our round table. That was awesome.
Yeah, I just, I love the fact that she is so knowledgeable and has the integrity and the experience, right? It reminded me of working with Dr. Jeffrey Bland and, even some of the other PhDs we work with over the years. Her knowledge is at a level 100, right? So it was really nice to hear that. It got my mind to expand, right? And I think that's the beauty when you're talking to someone at that level. They get your mind to open up so much, and then you feel all these thoughts and ideas coming rushing in, and that's what it was a great experience yesterday. So it got me to realize too how little I actually know after 30 years, and how much more there is to learn.
Right. So much more out there, and hopefully that's the forum that we're trying to keep alive, right, Tracy? This educational forum, freedom of speech and education.
Yeah,
and we've got some good ones.
Yeah, someone on our team has said this morning it was nice to have Judy on presenting for us. I said, well, she's presented before many times. This isn't the first time she's been on, so
No.
You got to hear it a few times, I guess, before it sinks in. But we're excited to have her and so many other great speakers. Before we jump into today's lineup, I just want to thank Dr. Phil Ross for having his first day at the Weiner Wellness Center. He's working hand in hand with Dr. Orbach and did an incredible adjustment. So I was really happy to be one of his first patients yesterday. My daughter was in there. There he is. Someone says, wow, he looks so young. And as my wife would say, she just wants to put him in her pocket and take him home. So. But he is a nice guy, a lot of great energy, awesome chiropractor, does the muscle therapy, got the new bed in there, all electric. And just a really nice first day. Guy's a fantastic addition to the team.
Yeah, he is. Very much so. Energy, like you said, Jamie, was great. And anytime you can add and, up the ante on energy, it's better that way. We got a lot of that going on this week here, and he just made it even better. So we're looking forward to big things with Dr. Phil. We're going to get him on here maybe tomorrow on the morning commentary and introduce him to everybody, and you'll get to feel that energy yourself. So come on down and meet Dr. Phil. Hey, he's taking walk-ins too.
What's that, Joe?
I said he's taking walk-ins. Come on in.
So you can just walk in and meet with him?
You sure can.
Great.
So,
It's not free.
Yeah, it's not free walk-in.
No.
But just a little bit of his background. He is a doctor of chiropractic. He also has a master's of science in sports and rehabilitation, a bachelor's degree in health science, and he's TPI certified. So he has a really eclectic and extensive background for as young as he looks, but a breath of fresh air. And I heard that everybody was working together yesterday. The doctors were learning from each other. So it just shows you that even as you grow and expand and things change, right, they always turn out for the better. So we just have to go ahead.
I was just going to say, Dr. O walked in and said, hey, Joe, a good idea might be to get one of those extensive training manuals that Nutritional Frontiers has with all the protocols for Dr. Phil. And I said, Doc,
this one?
That's the one. I said, that's a great idea.
I'm never giving this up. So as good as Dr. Phil is, he can't have mine.
Nope. Now, I already called Jim. He's going to send one over for me.
All right,
Jim
good.
The Stein.
Who, you don't need no ER.
Nah.
Yeah, the other thing that was nice is they all have a large bottle of the full spectrum hemp extract transdermal cream in their office. So they're going to use that as part of their treatment plans now. So that's
Good.
another addition. And I really like the way the team came together the last couple of days. The new people on the team, the people that are there that want to be there, and it's really exciting. We got Dr. Phil come in. We have Candace, coming back to help people out, doing a great job. Michelle helping out in the back with Monica and Mike. Just really, the team's coming together strong. And I got so many compliments yesterday, especially for some clients that, they don't throw out compliments, every day, including Jeff Winning, our favorite client. So he was in there. He got a little treatment from Dr. Phil. He was all excited. He texted me last night, and it was a nice compliment. He said, I love the way the wellness center is going. Joe is doing a great job. Tracy on the air. And he said the place physically is looking different, and the energy is looking different. So we're excited. We're moving forward, onward and upward. And we got great people. Really exciting to move forward with everybody. And, you want to come in for a treatment without an appointment, come on down today. We're excited to have Dr. Phil there taking walk-ins. Of course, as Joe said, they're not free, but they are taking walk-ins at very low cash payments.
Correct. And, you mentioned Candace, and it was great to see her here, and she'll be coming back this week. But, we said, just come in and answer the phones for us, Candace. And so she was, and she was writing orders like you and I do, Jamie. And then she said, wait a minute, this isn't efficient. Then she got entered into the system, and she started keying them in. And she goes, why should I do this twice? And then she, just went in like she's been there forever. So can't wait for her she'll be back again tomorrow, and on the heavy days, she'll be here helping
and Candace
us.
had her first Mother's Day, so she's on maternity leaves, just so people know where she went, because everyone's like, why do you mean Candace is back? But she was a mom this year for the first time to a beautiful little baby boy, Logan. So congratulations to her and Jordan. She's doing great. So we're just glad that she can make some time for us. You know how that is, having a new baby.
I was like, happy first Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And I know she was, the first time coming in Saturday, being away from the baby. But I think it was good for her. And then yesterday, her mom, Sue Corcoran, is such a sweetheart. And her mom and her grandma were patients of Dr. Weiner's.
Yeah.
Years before she even started Nutritional Frontiers. So she's always been part of the team one way or another. And we're really happy to have her back.
Yep. So she's a good one, and she knows the products so well. So if you come down to the Weiner Center and you need somebody to help you figure out what products you need, Candace is, a great choice. But today we have a lot of great speakers coming up. And let me just get the graphic up here for everybody. It is Tuesday, May 11th. And this morning, of course, morning commentary with your favorite three. And then at 9 a.m., Dr. Orbach is kicking it off. Good to see him.
It's a great topic, because I was looking at this last night, and I said, what's Dr. O speaking on? Usually it's chiropractic, mind-muscle connection, and, the nervous system. But this is a very practical presentation. Because people are spending more and more time at their desk, at their workstation. That could be at home. It could be in an office. It could be sometimes in the car, right? If somebody's on the road, maybe they work for delivery service. There's a lot of Uber drivers, Amazon, UPS. Maybe they're in outside sales, right? So the workstation can be so different nowadays, depending on where and when somebody's working. And I think that's the future is here, right? I was watching, a friend of mine sent this little clip, and it was from the Jetsons, a cartoon growing up. And it had the doctor on a TV, right? And he's getting his doctor's appointment, which is telemedicine, right? So here we are. They're ordering groceries on their phone, right? So all these things that now are becoming true. But I think it's important because, at Nutritional Frontiers even, we have these workstations, and we were using them a lot more, and maybe lately we haven't been using them as much. But it's really important to make sure your posture is good, because you don't realize over time that can be very damaging to your body. And then incorporating some things at your workspace. I was reading a great article on business in Japan versus the U.S. And there it's, tremendously about culture, and also taking 5 or 10 minutes every hour to do some stretching, right? Do some meditation. So those things are all important. So I'm excited to see Dr. Orbach. he's always got great knowledge and education.
Yeah, he's good. And, just practical tips too. He doesn't
Yeah.
make it overwhelming. And he gives his patients things to do at home as well. And then Jeff Nisnik is coming up. He's our applied kinesiologist at the Weiner Wellness Center. He's going to talk about arthritis, gout, and joint pain and some natural solutions. And Joe, can you give us a little background on Jeff and what he does there?
Yeah, Jeff, he came around right at the right time. We lost Doc and over 3 years ago now. But, Jeff was someone who was always a customer and a patient, and he worked with Dr. Weiner. He was a customer of Nutritional Frontiers. And, there was a gap there that with muscle testing and specifically with allergy response testing and allergy reversal. And luckily, Jeff learned from the same teachers that Doc did, and he came in at just the right time to fill that gap. And he's been doing it ever since for the last 3 years. And he's one of the most thorough kinesiologists that I've ever seen. I mean, first appointment is a solid hour. If you're brand new with Jeff, it's a solid hour. He's got 3,200 vials that he can use to muscle test for foods, chemicals, toxins, all kinds of things. So it's one of the most thorough examinations. It's not an examination, it's an interview kind of. He interviews your body, and it's kind of fun. So Jeff's been doing that now for 3 years here, and he's going to focus on something different, today. And, it's funny because I still get people coming in to the center here and going, what do you have for the gout?
The gout.
The gout. Yeah. So it's still a very, very pertinent topic. So that's going to be the center of his topic today.
It's also a very accepted sickness where people just get on medication for the gout and they're on it forever. And they don't realize what that medication does to their body. So you don't have to live in that pain. You don't have to live with high uric acid in your system. There are deficiencies or toxicities that, can be alleviated so that you can have some relief and not have to be on medication.
Right.
So, and then at 11, we have Chauncey Terry coming in. She's a licensed massage therapist. She's also a wonderful sound healer, and she works with all different kinds of sounds, Tibetan bowls and things of that nature, and does that in her practice. So she's going to talk to us about how does that really work in the body and kind of remove some of the mysticism around it. So that's going to be exciting.
Well, she's got just her energy from her picture looks fantastic. You can just tell that smile and looks great. And, I just want to comment a couple things about sound therapy and Nutritional Frontiers. We do team building, and every time we come up with these ideas, people give me a hard time until they actually go to the event. And we did one with the drum circle, and at the end was a sound wave, I think they called it, right? Or a sound bath, right?
Yeah.
So waiting for the water, and it never happened. It was sound. Joe was getting his clothes off to get in the bath.
Well, John was Joe's sound bathing us with "We Will Rock You." So do you remember that?
But that was an awesome. I mean, for an hour that night, I disappeared and got into the music. Remind me of being at a great concert, right? So I love music. I love sound therapy. So I'm excited for this to learn from her because you don't realize sometimes. I was reading that prayer book, each morning, and it talked about just observing sounds. Even with the rain the other day, it rained so hard all day. I was just listening to it, and then the birds were chirping. I was like, even they're not happy with the rain, right? It was like, but the sound of music, the sound of birds, sound therapy. So this is a great topic and another way that we can learn from other therapies. That's the idea of having the Wellness Week. Is it's not just products, it's not just chiropractic, it's all these other things that we can learn from that we may not be accustomed to. Like I really wasn't, right? I did a drum circle a couple of years ago, and it was the same type of experience. It was fantastic. So I'm excited for her.
Yeah, and there's all different kinds of ways you can enjoy it. You don't actually have to go to a class to enjoy it. Like you said, Jamie, I'm more productive if I'm working on a PowerPoint if I have music in the background, right? I don't like other distracting sounds, but I'll put music on and it's like I get into my little zone and I work on my PowerPoint or I work on whatever. So sound can actually be very motivating and it can be very calming at the same time, depending on what you're looking for. So she's great.
There is research on music and working out and performance.
Mm-hmm.
So it can definitely increase performance, focus. I tell you what, without my headset, going on doing cardio for
It's
an
hard.
hour, it's a little bit harder, especially the Stairmaster. So I'm excited for her to come on today.
And people that can like run and read a book on the treadmill, you're my hero. Like I cannot I get sick. I'm like, oh, I'm nauseous. I can't read a book, but I can listen to a book on audio. So that works too. So sound healing, pay attention for that one. That's coming at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Chauncey Terry, licensed massage therapist as well. So she does great. And then we're bringing Michelle Kunzelman back. She was on a ventilator for, I think, 20 days. And then had some repercussions afterwards, from the medical treatment, but along with having COVID and being that sick. I mean, she experienced things like hair loss, COVID brain, and now she's on the other side of it. So she's going to share some of her experience and her story about how she overcame that and the Nutritional Frontiers products that she used, because she had a very wide protocol to kind of come back from that.
I love that picture of her. Is that a new picture or an older picture?
I'm not sure. That was a picture that we have on file for her for the headshot.
She's been doing so well, and her story is unbelievable, Joe. I mean, the fact that her honesty, right? That alone gives me goosebumps, and her going through the details of what she went through and being transparent with the story. A lot of people can't do that. It's tough for me, right? Mm-hmm. But she's totally transparent, tells the whole journey. How that maybe she wasn't doing some things she should have been doing, and now look at her. And I just want to say congratulations to her on her new business, the Harbor of Hope. I'm so excited for her, and congrats, Michelle.
Yeah, she has an opening on the 22nd, so that's her grand opening, and Mike G will be there, and I'm going now.
Mikey G will be there. Joe.
He wouldn't miss a grand opening. Any chance to talk to his constituents.
That's right. Yeah. Well, he's going to be doing some great education, and Mike's a great rep. He's always there. And he always does, try to do the best he can for his customers. And
he just texted me and says, I agree with Tracy. I am the goat rep.
I called him the goat on a post today. I was like, it's the goat.
He is.
So that's your name for him, right? Sometimes
no time to be humble, Mikey, when it's true.
Then Dr. Todd Bourne is coming from Allergy Research. He's going to be talking about hydrogen water. And Joe, can you give us a little bit of background on Dr. Bourne? This is his first time with us.
Yeah, it's his first time. I've known Todd now for a couple of years, actually. And he's one of the key scientists over at Allergy Research. And we have a few of their products here at the Wellness Center. They've been around a long time, really good company. And so they came out with a brand new product, this molecular H2, molecular hydrogen. So he's going to give us a background on why it's so important. We know it helps with base antioxidant activity in the body. Hydrogen is the base of all antioxidant activity in the body. And we're heavily depleted like we are with most things these days. So they came up with this new product. It's a dissolving tablet. You just put it in any glass of water and it enhances hydrogen in the body. So he's going to cover that, the application, and all of the benefits of increasing hydrogen. Is that product available
at the Wellness Center?
It's here right now, James.
I'm going to pick some up today because we were talking, Robert, Scott Bell, we were talking about the water system that they have, and it's a similar concept, right? So I was talking to his guy down in Florida. So I'm excited to hear the presentation and to give this hydrogen pellet or dropper a shot.
It's a tablet.
Right?
Yeah.
Tablet.
So. Yeah. Well, Paul is coming on later in the week. So he's speaking for us on Saturday. Just so
there
you
we
know.
Go.
So we're going to get all the bases covered and learn about all the fabulous therapies and nutraceuticals at the Weiner Wellness Center that everybody has access to. And some of these things are 30 to 50% off. So make sure that you're getting in touch with the Weiner Wellness Center, even if you're calling in or stop in, which is the best way. And we do have some refreshments available, right, Joe?
Oh, we certainly do. In addition to the free food that's back in a big way, the truck's still out there in the parking lot. They're going to leave it there all week. So the Ariza food truck is here. Now, during the week, 11 to 2, they'll be out there. Make sure you come in, get your ticket. Go out and get a free lunch on us and on Nutritional Frontiers and on Ariza. We have all partnered together, and it's been very, very well received, very popular. But we also have the samples out again. We got all the chewables out again. And I'm sure we'll get Emily to make us a few smoothies.
I broke the ice yesterday with the Jamie D Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
I had to break that out for a couple people, and they were they were loving it. So
what else we have at the counter? We're going to put on special also our CBD cookies.
I
and
was
our
just going to ask you about
CBD
this.
brownies. We got Todd coming. Was it
Mark
Todd?
Mangieri?
Mark
Mangieri. He'll be on from Hemp Synergistics talking about those. And when I talked to him about coming on for the Weiner Wellness Virtual Summit, I said to him, I was like, I had one. I was like, I have to tell you, that was the hardest drive home of my life. I mean, I was so tired. I was like, oh my God. He's like, yeah. He said it does have a very relaxing effect. I was like, I was like, nobody warned me. And then I had that.
When she got to Cleveland, Joe, she realized that the cookie is pretty good.
I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? Yeah. So I'm like trying to stay awake on the way home that night. But I thought that was really effective. And for people that do have issues with sleep and I mean, something like that, where it's a healthy snack at night, right? You can have half a brownie or even the whole thing. Let's be honest, I ate the whole thing.
What? You don't even have a half. Come on.
Yeah, but it did have a very relaxing effect on me.
Well, the first batch we got in between Jamie passing them out here to everybody and taking them home to his daughters.
The Cookie Monster.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, he needed to take those home to his family.
Like, I felt great for 4 hours. I was like, here, have another one.
Yeah.
And she described them as the cookie dough, right? Those, the Toll House, right? Because the chocolate chips in there are big. It's a thick cookie. Good. Tastes great, and it gives you a nice benefit. So that's one thing I want to mention, because some people had questions yesterday. At the Weiner Wellness Center, we have all different types of brands. Of course, we have Nutritional Frontiers. We have the CBD cookies. We have Douglas Labs, Metagenics. We have all different types of companies' products there, standard process. So we represent all the different brands. Whatever is best for you, we have there. Now, when we're at Nutritional Frontiers events, of course, then we're promoting Nutritional Frontiers. But at the Wellness Center, we have it all available. So I guess Natalie's asking, where's
I just saw that.
I know. Natalie, you missed out. They didn't even give you a cookie while you were in town. See
Mikey
how it is,
D,
Natalie?
Mikey D had her all day long. No time for cookies.
She got a turkey wrap and some and moved on.
And a pear. Yeah.
And a pear.
All right. Joe will send you some cookies, Natalie.
We'll take care of you, Natalie. Don't worry.
So just so people know, Natalie is our professional outside sales professional for which area of Florida is she in? Tampa, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, West Coast. So she does represent Nutritional Frontiers there, and we're so happy to have her as part of the team. And thanks for being on this morning, Natalie. We really appreciate you being here. Well, guys, we're off to the races for another great lecture series today. So, Joe, how can people contact, order? What do they need to do for the Weiner
We're
Wellness
open
Center?
for you to come in, do your shopping. You can also call us 412-922-9355. Place your order like you have been all year long. We'll ship it out to you, $75 like always, get you free shipping. But come in and shop if you want, or come in or place your order, and you can still pick it up at the back door with Monica. So anything you want to do, including fax, you can still fax your order in here at the Weiner Wellness Center.
We're still doing smoke signals too,
as long as we can see them. Yeah. We also can see them. We'll take care of it.
And Natalie commenting about the sugar-free peanut butter cookies. Those are from Healthy Holly. Jimmy Stein's wife doing an incredible job with Healthy Holly's cookies. So that uses actually Nutritional Frontiers protein.
Yes.
And she had one too that we didn't have last weekend. When it was an orange cookie. Remind me of the holidays. She used vanilla whey and pro oranges. Fantastic. So you never know. You may see a Healthy Holly.
I can taste them in my mind. Tracy didn't get any either.
They don't transport real well. So.
Every time she posts on Facebook, I'm like, this is so unfair. I was like, stop it. So anyway, thank you guys. So good. We have such a great lineup. stop in at the Weiner Wellness Center. You will not regret it. I promise you. All right. Dr. Werbach is up next. Looking
All right.
forward
We're
to
done
that.
already?
Stay tuned.
Wow.
I know. You can come back
You know
tomorrow.
it's a good movie when it goes by quick, Joe. So
That's for
thanks,
sure.
guys. Have a great day.